What's up? I'm live. Who am I? I am Michelle, and this is my second YouTube channel, Astrology Motivation. My premier YouTube channel is Born Without Boundaries Tarot. I am an astrologer and tarot card reader, and I use astrology, tarot, and oracle cards to bring you this daily message. It's a live chat, so you can join in, chit chat with each other, and chime in on the reading. This is a general reading. It's not call out, answer questions reading. It's a general reading for all zodiac signs, for anyone who's drawn to it. What's up, Catherine? Hey, Maria. So for anyone who is drawn to it, and I thank you for coming over. You probably found me through Born Without Boundaries Tarot, Scorpio, Libra, and Sagittarius. You are up. I don't know what's really going on with my channel. I don't know what's kind of wrong with it, but I've been getting really abnormally low views with Scorpio lately. So I don't know what's going on with that, but we'll see. I don't know. We have, what are we? Tuesday. Today is Tuesday the 22nd. The moon went void of course at 12:01 p.m. That's noon time over on the East Coast, so around 9 o'clock over here. The moon enters Scorpio. The moon enters Sagittarius. The moon's in Sagittarius now. It just entered Sagittarius over here on the West Coast. Let's see what little notes Llewellyn's has for us today. Calendula bracketing the doors will block negative energy or spirits from entering. Calendula. What is calendula? What is that? Hold on. My thighs are burning. In case you guys don't know, I've started to do, I do morning workouts, and I've started to post them so that you guys can do them with me if you want. That's the Unbound membership over on Born Without Boundaries Tarot. It's basically just a way to get us motivated and to get us out of our heads and into our bodies. I find that exercise helps me a lot, so I wanted to share that with you. Hold on. Calendula, what is that? Does anybody know? Hey, good afternoon. Hey, Veronica. Calendula is a plant bracketing the doors. Calendula bracketing the doors. What's bracketing the doors? Will block negative energy or spirits from entering. Ooh, that's what it looks like. Okay, let's do it. That's pretty good. I have a witch's ball too. Let me show you. Yeah. I have a witch's ball right near my door. They're beautiful, so why not hang them? And if you hang it right near your door, it's said to keep evil spirits away. Oh, so pretty. Oh, gosh, yeah. Let's see. A witch's ball is a hollow sphere of glass. Historically, witch balls were hung in cottage windows in the 17th and 18th century of England to ward off evil spirits. Or, the witch's ball is still today used extensively through Sussex, England, and continues to hold great superstition with regard to warding off evil spirits in the English counties of East Sussex and West Sussex. The tradition was also taken to overseas British colony, such as former British colonies of New England. That's where I'm from. It remains popular in coastal regions. Examples of witches' balls in use can be seen in the windows of houses throughout the counties, anywhere from small rural villages to coastal towns and cities. Examples can also be seen in shop windows. They're so fucking pretty. That's all I gotta say. They're pretty. And why wouldn't you? Just why not? Dude, shut up with agree to my terms. I'll fuck you. There's too many people on the internet to force me to agree to your terms. Aren't they beautiful? They're just so whimsical and pretty. Anyway, it reminded me of that. And then this calendula plant is supposed to do a similar thing. So what's up, Kristen? Oh, Kirsten, sorry. My eyes reversed it. I follow you weekly. Thank you so much for sharing. Oh, thank you so much for tuning in and chiming in. Hey, Sha. Everyone, good morning. Good morning. It's tough. Yeah, the exercises are like, I'm just not, I'm not in shape. Well, let's face it. I mean, like, I'm just not. So the exercises are tough for me, but I wanted to like share them with you guys. I've always wanted to share morning exercises with a closed group of people. I'm not a physical fitness guru, but I was like, maybe people want to do these exercises with me. If I'm here doing it, I might as well see if other people want to do it with me. Maybe just raise the vibration in general, because physical fitness raises vibration. It just does. It makes you feel better. So the moon is in Sagittarius now, and it is a day of planting those seeds for, things that you want to bring into your life. The astrology is interesting this week. It's not bad, but it's not easy. There's a lot of challenges, even in the trines. There's a lot of trines this week, and trines can be very, very challenging because it's almost like where they show you maybe you've been a little too lazy. Maybe you've slacked off too much, because it's like, oh, I love it so much. And you'll always feel real comfortable in a trine, but do you get too comfortable? That's the challenge. There's a challenge in a trine, and a trine is an aspect between two planets. There's a certain degrees between two planets. It's basically when the zodiac is split into or the wheel is split into three sections. So hold on. So a trine is 120 degrees, give or take like 5 degrees on each side. So when planets are trining each other, they're really communicating happily, and they're compromising happily, and they're getting along well with each other. And they make the energy so free flowing that it can get very easy to slack off. So a lot of things this week I think are coming up is, how have I slacked off because I just sort of expected it to happen? Or, what have I say use the word shame. It may be a little too harsh, because though Lilith is in a very precarious position, trining, what is it? Trining Mars and Venus. Aspects of, what have I taken for granted, right? And how can I learn from that and improve myself and fight back against those aspects of myself that do like to slack off? I'm not talking about needing a break at all. I'm talking about where you could have done better. And I posted this meme a couple of weeks ago. It's like, if you knew you could do better, do better. So this is like a do better week. It's a soft reminder, a subtle reminder of, there is room for improvement. There is not a need to give up. In fact, there's the opposite of that. It's like, you've come this far. Why would you give up? And if you could tweak it a little bit more, whatever it is. And it's almost like, if you really have faith in something, then you'll keep working at it. Faith isn't, sometimes it is just like, let it be, right? Send it off to God. But when it comes to your sense of self and you, especially your body, which is why I've started these exercises this week, you can see that I'm not fucking perfect. You can see I'm far from perfect. My body isn't perfect. My exercising abilities aren't perfect. My forms aren't perfect, but I don't give up. And that's really the understatement of this week, is don't give up, and tenacity and integrity to say, yeah, this is definitely where I need improvement. So how do I improve? Right. And to get in there and learn what you can, where you can. This is a beautiful week of self-growth and learning. And I'll tell you, you're going to be pleasantly rewarded. I posted this on my Twitter account. What did I say? I tweeted it at people. Come on, just fucking okay. Don't expect this to be the easiest week, but you will be rewarded for faith and perseverance. This week, it's hardship and shame that are the keenest teachers, not from new things, but old experiences where we realize we could have done better, so that this time we do. You know, we've been in a constant state of do-over. And look, the ship hasn't completely left the port. You know, the fog kind of made it seem like it did. But when you clear that fog with faith, you realize there's opportunities there for me. There's still a chance to do better. If there's giving up all hope is such a horrible place to be in. This is a reinvigoration of hope, because you see that it's not leading you on, or like pulling you in, or fucking with you. It's like, no, there's still opportunity. There's absolutely still opportunity. And do you need to work a little bit harder? Yeah, in some areas you do. So what is that? And it's almost like the universe isn't really even being facetious right now. It's telling us how to do it, or like exposing us to what we need to know to improve ourselves, right? And integrity is the foundation of this week. Integrity, what did I say? Integrity, compassion, and something else. I said it last week. Okay, thank you. Oh, yay. Okay, so let's get into the reading. Thank you, Shah, for liking that. That was sweet. Spirit, what do you got to say? What have you got to tell us today? Nine of Cups, Nine of Wands, keep fighting. This is the wounded warrior. And, Chiron in Aries is most certainly the wounded warrior, right? Chiron is the teacher, and he teaches, he doesn't just put you through pain and suffering. He's not the one who puts you through pain and suffering. You do it to yourself. Chiron comes in and shows you how you can make that pain and suffering make you stronger. That's what Chiron does. Okay, so he's a wonderful, wise teacher. You could always say this is experience, hardship, shame, fear, pain, doubt. All of those things can be our best teachers. And with Chiron in Aries, that is like a wonderful position for Chiron to be in, I feel, because it is truly making you focus on all those things, those hardships inside yourself. How can I learn from them? And how can I be inspired to improve because of them? It's a wonderful time of lessons. So this is most certainly the wounded warrior. You know that Aries is ruled by Mars. Mars is currently in Aquarius, but Aries is ruled by Mars wherever it is. And most certainly with the sun in Aries, it's now illumination of the first house, of the self, the sense of self, the support of the self, and even the care of the self. So that's kind of going into Virgo territory, but the awareness that you need and deserve care, as well as your behavior and your attitude and what you put out into the world. Like, how can you improve upon that? This card says, you know what? We have plenty of experiences now. Our scars have made us stronger. And sometimes it's defensiveness, but that's just because we know now how to defend ourselves, right? It's like we're not letting everything through. We have the Moon card here. So it's kind of saying brace yourself for the unexpected, if you want it in the most colloquial terms. Brace yourself for the unexpected. But I would argue that the Moon card isn't the unexpected. The Moon card is the expected that you haven't consciously admitted to yourself, because the Moon card is your psyche. It's Piscean energy. It is your psychic energy, your ability to trust the unseen and come to the surface with it. Five of Pentacles is here, so there could be a drop in income or kind of fears. It's almost like you kind of know it, right? But the wonderful thing about Five of Pentacles is that there's faith here. All we've got is faith. These are two homeless blokes outside. They've got each other and they've got faith. That's all they've got. And you know what? That's enough. That's enough. Because as long as you have faith, you have the means to improve your situation. We have the Fool, a start, a new beginning, a leap of faith, following in faith. And this is a little bit of a vagabond too. It's almost like deciding I'm going to proceed whether the money's there or not. Why? Because with the Moon card here, psychically, you know, this is the right way to go. Now, some things you can't proceed without money. I know this. I'm not here to do it. I'm not here to defy reality. I'm here to expand upon it. Four of Wands. Bam. That's when you find a set. In other words, this energy, if I had to sum it up right now, I would say this is when you realize I love what I love and I do what I do because I love it, and fuck the financial situation. I may have to give up some money, but I'm going to do this my way. And I'm going to do it the way that I instinctively and intuitively know is the way to go. I can't worry. See, this is the worry, right? I can't worry. I can worry, but it's not getting me anywhere. And this is really feeling certain and secure in your passion and in your creativity and in what you're doing. There's certainty and there's security here. There may be even an implication that this is something, I don't know. This is something, no, this doesn't ever work. This is something you've been worrying about, or it's been causing you a lot of worry or concern, okay? God, which one you want me to put in the middle? All right. I love you. I love you too. You ready? So this is how it came out. Oppression. It's the 10 of Wands. We have the 9 of Wands to start out. And it's like taking just that. We're trying to protect ourselves. And intuitively, we understand that we're putting a great burden on ourselves. And so the 10 of Wands is our central energy. So all of this is about the burdens we've taken onto ourselves. We've taken on a burden. We've taken on a responsibility. We've taken on a chore. We've taken on maybe what we feel like right now is too much. But then guess what shows up? The Temperance Angel. And it says that tipping point of bam, you find a way to make it work. You find a way to make it work, and you find yourself being stronger. And that's what brings about success, recognition, notoriety, triumph, victory, happiness, Queen of Cups, so that now you can share and you can give back. And then the Ace of Cups comes. So what is this? This is a cycle of work. This is a cycle of blood, sweat, and tears. If you take yoga, you'll know that yoga is not just a set of exercises. It's meditation. It's breath work. It's also kind of like it's also mystic. It's rooted in mysticism and esotericism. If you look at the whole yoga class, and I'm going to do a little bit of yoga on tomorrow's video if you guys want to join me. Once again, I'm not a yoga instructor, but you can follow along or just exercise with me. Know that you're not alone. Yoga starts out really basic and really easy. And then it accelerates to the class to the point where you're like, fuck this teacher. What the fuck is wrong with them? Why are they asking us to do something else? And then you start to slow down and you'll notice, and then you go into the Shavasana pose, which is the dead man's pose or the corpse pose. And then you come out of Shavasana into the fetal position and rise up again. So really yoga and the mysticism of yoga is rooted in the cycle of life. And this really is the cycle of life. But we go through these mini cycles of life every time we push ourselves to do better and level up. And that's kind of what's happening here, is like, even when you're not getting anything in return, somehow, for some reason, you keep going. And that has to do with the fact that you know that you love this. You know that you care about this. You know that this is something that's important to you. And so you keep doing the work. It's like, why do I keep doing the work? Because I care about it. Oh, well, that's good enough. Because if you care about it, even though it is a constant sacrifice, it 100% is getting you something good. Art, temperance, we are mastering our craft. We're figuring out how to be skilled artisans that know how to do the impossible with elements, and maybe things that we've never been able to put together before. It's all coming together. I love that temperance showed up just as the moon goes into Sagittarius. That's just as the moon goes into Sagittarius. It's hopeful. It's saying all of a sudden we're going to start to see progress, right? Come out of the work we've put into something. I'm not saying this is your lifestyles of the rich and famous moment, but this is the moment when you start to see, wow, I really have come a long way. Maybe even if that is, in something that you're doing, like a new skill that you're trying to have for yourself or develop in yourself, realizing, holy shit, I can't even believe that I could do that. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, you are you're going to have one of those, maybe a few of those holy shit moments when you realize, I have done it. I actually have leveled up. I've reached a certain level of mastery. Let's continue. Let's move on. And then we have this beautiful sense of triumph, the victory, happiness, feeling proud of yourself. The sun is the sense of self, feeling good about yourself. I'm telling you, the sun in Aries with Chiron is the ultimate way to feel good about you. It's just the ultimate way to feel really good about yourself. And it's not about pride. It's about humility. It's about humility. And then we have the Ace of Cups coming out, which is victory and love. It's not just victory. It's love. It's love. It's people giving you love. It's love coming to you. You've put so much in, and now something's coming out. Let's move on. I want to go to the moon cards a little bit because my attachment to the moon. We have believe in the impossible. Wow. Okay. We started out, the end of a tough cycle approaches, but it's not. In other words, it's saying we're in the thick of it right now. And the oppression card in the center says we're in the thick of it. This is not the time when you're going to start to see the big payout. It's time to take action. And this is Aries season. And the Aries new moon is coming up in like a week and a half. Right? So what are you taking action on? You know what I just saw today? I had planted seeds for my manifestation practice. And I just, I planted them as a sign of faith, and I've seen them sprouting. They're sprouting. I was so fucking excited. I don't know which ones they are because I had a bunch of mixed seeds that I just threw in a big old pot, but I'm so excited to see them starting to bloom. I can't even tell you, but it's time to take action and believe in the impossible. And I think that that's kind of what this is, believing in the impossible, like being strong and believing in the impossible, because it's only impossible until it isn't. It's only impossible until it isn't. And people are finding ways to do the impossible every single day. So don't fuck with that impossible shit, because honestly, nothing is impossible. Physical right now, I'm in Aries. Yep. And I am down for the count with horrible sinus infection. Take care of yourself, Yvette. We're sending you your prayers. We're sending you prayers. Hey, Bambi. Hey, Tina. Hey, Jess. I just saw everybody jump on. Hey, Michelle. As I say, what's up, DNA? What's up, Lisa and Veronica? Did I miss anybody? I'm sorry. Hey, Earl. What does this mean? Yes. Okay. So take care of your sinus infection, girl. 100%. Absolutely. Take care of your sinus infection, but you can stay in your body even with a sinus infection. And I know that sounds totally crazy, but even if it's just like walking around your house, doing some minor squats, even doing like lying on your bed and doing sit-ups in bed, because the bed bounce will help you a lot, but at least you're moving. You know what's a good thing to do right now is stretching. Stretch your body, because I know Aries like to stay physical. And that's another thing about Aries season, why I started the, get involved with your body thing on the Unbound, because it's Aries is very physical. They're very physical people, and getting into your body is going to help your mindset. So let's celebrate Aries season by kicking this shit off. Believe in the impossible. It's time to take action. You know you can do it. Go for it. Or even if you don't know you can do it, go for it and figure it out. Prosperity lies ahead. Ouch! I saved that to last because that was good. God is saying to you that what you start now and stick with, prosperity is in this. You are going to get abundance from this. And you may not know how, and that's okay. You don't have to know how. Just get going and start. Your work is not done. Your work has just begun. FYI. Hey, Ruthie. I'm excited to watch this again. I just joined the gym again and had 2 intense sessions. God bless, girl. God bless. I went on a beautiful walk. Yes, just what I needed. And walking is an underrated exercise. Partnerships and alliances. It says prosperity lies ahead, and then we have partnerships and alliances. The Ace of Cups is here. So, boo, don't you fret, because you are not on this journey alone. Even if y'all ain't met yet, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now, it doesn't fucking matter. Y'all's gonna meet. Does that mean romance? For some, yeah. But no, not for everybody. We're talking about just partnership. Yo, people. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you're not gonna have to go it alone. Everybody starts out alone. That's how they meet each other. And then we have dun, da, 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 da. We have regeneration. Ooh, the cat came back the very next day. Oh my God. I remember that song from my middle school days. I got it written. I know. I have allergies too. That's so gross. So gross, but I got to keep wiping my nose. Regeneration. What is this? Partnerships and alliances, guys. I don't know what the fuck is up, but we have some sense of, it's almost like, it's not necessarily a past partner coming back, but it's like connection coming back. That's what it is. It's connection itself that's coming back. We're able to reach out to each other. It's really interesting how the more imperfect we are and the more we accept our imperfections, the easier it is to welcome other people into our lives, because we don't feel ashamed of what we've accepted and embraced about ourselves, right? And if we don't feel ashamed, then it's so much easier for us to be open and loving. And when you're open, other people love back. So it's connection. It's connection. All right. I'm down with it, Jesus. I'm down. Oracle, wait for important information. That's what I'm here for. Could you tell us? Like, hello, God, nice sense of humor there. Maybe just tell it to me and I'll whisper it to them. Like, oh, come on, God. Wait for important information. We have shapeshifter, transform and unveil your gifts. That's in reverse. All this is in reverse. Why? Shed old skin, bask in summer joy and delight, and take care of your needs. Okay. Okay. I love you, God. This is really good shit. So let's go back. Okay. Okay. Y'all did not take care of your needs. This is something that was not over. It was not done. It was not done. And this implies the same thing. There is something here that was not over. It was not done over the summertime. Bask in joy and light, but you didn't. It stayed there. It stayed stagnant, and you didn't take care of your needs, right? This is all coming out to us. Something about a partnership and alliance. I don't know what that is. And transform and unveil your gifts. You held back. Somebody didn't reveal themselves. Somebody didn't reveal themselves. Thank you, God. I asked for the message, and God was very clear. And you see the snake there. The snake is all about health and healing. But we did not do this. We did not do this. We did not I don't know, maybe it was last summertime. We didn't take care of ourselves. We didn't allow ourselves to enjoy ourselves. I don't fucking know what's going on. But ultimately, there is something that was not addressed. I think it has something to do with our health, something that stayed stuck, or a situation, or sometimes the snake represents desire and temptation, and maybe y'all didn't go for it, right? Ultimately, there's something here that we denied ourselves. That is what's coming back. The oracle, this important information is we just didn't let people see or show ourselves to the world. We didn't do it. Okay, so what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Okay. We've been sitting here desiring. We've been watching this from afar, or somebody's been watching us from afar, coveting. This little motherfucker is very covetous. He likes to look at things. He likes to collect things. He is my Professor Slughorn card. That's kind of his mentality. He's not mean. He's not evil, but he's covetous and he likes to collect. So I'm not really sure. This could just be saying it's something that you still want. It's something that you still had your eye on. It's something that you still desire, and yet you didn't come out and say, I desire this. I want this. How do I get this? It's almost like, I desire this. I want this. Which way do I go? Play the fool for a while, but stand strong in your passions, right? Play the fool. You're supposed to bump your ass around in the dark. That's the first part of how we meet people. So get back on that road, girl, guy. Get back on that road. Jump back up on it. Get up on it. Get up on it. Masquerade. Interesting, we have all of these appearances and falsehoods. This is in the past. Masquerade. So pretending, illusion, something that you put on, masks. Could even be drama, could be theater. But if it's not, it's faking. It's being fake. It's like, and it may not be being fake for a malicious reason. It could be being fake because you were scared, right? You were scared. This is coming in the past, though, and it's underlying all this energy. You've kind of put on this fakeness or put on something that isn't sincerely you. And y'all, like, look it. Let's get real. We all do that because we all have to, right? It's just part of life where we call it wearing different hats. But this is almost like something like, I don't know. What is this? You put it on. This message is going way deep. What, God, who is this masquerade? Masquerade, paper faces on parade. What's masquerade? What is this masquerade? No. What is this masquerade? What is this masquerade? King of Cups. King of Cups means you're hiding your feelings. Held feelings back for somebody. The High Priestess landed just where masquerade was. It was not right. There was something imbalanced. It was not spiritually correct, or you weren't spiritually balanced. This is also saying it wasn't the right time. Okay? And I asked what it was is holding your feelings back from something or somebody, keeping your feelings to yourself. This doesn't have to be wanting of another person. It could be wanting of an opportunity. Like, it's just you held your love back. Why? You know, lots of reasons. Lots of reasons. So what do we do about it? This could also be something that you were held back from. Okay? So what do we do about it? Page of Pentacles, start small. Put the first little bit of investment into it. Take the first step. This is tangible. You got to do something in the real world. You got to take the first step. That's what you got to do. In the real world. I don't know if that's signing up for a class, if that's just walking out the door, if that's taking a walk, instead of doing all these other fucking exercises, maybe it's taking a walk. I don't know, but it's taking the first actual physical, this is not conceptual, step. And ultimately, look at this. Look at this. In the past, you were defeated because you didn't really show the world the real you. You didn't show the world, maybe you didn't have the strength of character, and that's okay because you walk the path to become stronger, right? To become a stronger sense of yourself. And this was the defeating aspect, it was not good timing. There was a lot of fakeness, maybe a feeling of you couldn't really show yourself, but it really did. Maybe there was a lot of criticism, right? Because you don't show the real you, people know there's falsehood there and they get defensive with it. I don't know what this thing is, but what do we do now? All this is in the past. So this definitely pertains to some shit from the past that we did not work hard enough on. Let's face it. So what do we do now? Slow and steady wins the race. And that's why you failed. It also could be that in some ways it could be you just gotta dive into it. Gotta dive into it. Hold on. Something was caught in my teeth. I'm sorry. This is almost like you afraid of strangers. And I understand that. Because there's just this sense of not trusting strangers. And maybe you're right. It could even be that you fell in with the wrong people, right? Protect me, Jesus. It could be that you fell in with the wrong people. And honestly, that's part of the process. That's part of the process. Snakes, right? Snakes. In reverse. Shed old skin. No, they're hiding. This is deceptive energy to keep you from joy and take care of your needs. It's like somebody that just definitely didn't want to. This is definitely not somebody or a circumstance that wanted to take care of your needs. They really did not care. Falling in with the wrong people. That's not going to be the same this time around. That's what God's saying. This is about finding the right people who want you, support you, and who you easily support and connect with. Okay? So what about those snakes in the grass, God? What about those snakes in the grass? Third eye chakra. You can see them now. They're becoming very clear to you. Who was somebody that you should not have trusted? Ooh, spiritual strength is here, but it's giving you a sense of spiritual strength. And material and spiritual prosperity lies ahead. I think because in a lot of ways you have 96. That's the name of my book, my novel that I'm writing. I think it's that you have really, it's like you needed to trust spirit more. Because see, this card was in reverse. This is not having any sense of spirituality, having lost faith. Maybe in yourself, maybe in the circumstance, maybe in the industry, whatever it is. But ultimately, it's creating the spiritual strength on the inside is what's making the difference now on the outside. It's almost like now other people's behavior is not about you. Now that the way other people behave does not define how much you can actually achieve. There's a strength that you have now that you did not have before. And what a wonderful experience with this Chiron Sun in Aries. And when Mercury hits Aries next week, I think a lot of things are going to start to become very, very clear. Because just like everything else, when it hits Aries, Mercury don't take no shit. And it'll call people out on their shit real quick. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. We have natural beauty and authenticity. And there you go. See, somebody's trying to like dress themselves up too much. Be yourself as God made you naturally attractive and lovable inside and out. I think that that's where you needed to learn, that you didn't have to be anything but you to actually be what you wanted to be. And religious or spiritual community, and that's why you fit in with the wrong group, because you felt like you had to be something you weren't, and that's why you kept attracting fake people. Join with like-minded people for friendship and increased spiritual growth. This is you really connecting with people who are sincerely yours. Sincerely yours. Beautiful. Let's go to the angel messages. Imagine. This is coming from the past. So clearly visualize the life you want, you've known for a while. Feel it in your heart and so it will come to be. You've been imagining this for a while. Imagine. We have creative potential. You are by nature infinitely creative. Life is a sea of creative potential just waiting to be expressed through you. You are free to express all your heart's desires. And then we have transformation through the great love that holds you in its embrace. You are moment by moment transforming to ever greater light, ever greater oneness, and ever greater wisdom. So maybe you weren't ready yet, but you are now. And then we have Uriel, Archangel Uriel. A great spiritual transformation is currently occurring both in your life and in our world. This is the union of heaven and earth, spirit and matter, heart and mind unite in harmonious balance. Damn, guys. Damn. You're welcome, Ryan. Thank you, Ryan. I appreciate that. Okay, what else has people, because I was chasing the money instead of the passion. Bambi, dude, we all get caught up in that shit because you know what? You got children. You know, it's very human. It's very human to get distracted by the stuff that's not the distractions, right? The stuff that like keeps the roof over your head, right? The stuff that keeps clothes on your back, keeps food in your refrigerator. And so we start, what we do, we take the money. And dude, it's a balancing act, right? This is not, no, God, first of all, the universe don't judge you, you judge you. The universe don't give you shame, you give you shame. And then the universe is like, I'm going to remind you of this shame to help you understand yourself better and your opportunities better. But it's like, yeah, we do this to ourselves a lot, chasing that money because we want the things, right? What do the things mean to us? Because most of the time, it's not the things that we want. It's what we think the things bring along with them. Like connection, like value, like people appreciating us, like our community admiring us, like being important, right? All of those things we think having the things does for us. And it's nice to have things, but it certainly isn't nice to be burdened with them. And that's kind of what this is all about, Bambi. You hit the nail on the head, is starting to realize where we've chosen the things when we should have chosen the thing, right? What actually matters. Because the thing, the passion, can lead to the things too. It's like we're scared and we just take the easy route, and we actually don't end up getting half as much as we would have if we just sort of struggled through the hardship and stood fast in our integrity. So we're being reminded of those things now, and we're not being, Saturn is not half as punitive as he's been in the past, and neither is Pluto. We are getting some really warm reminders where we are able to actually do something to correct it and get a better outcome. It's like they're catching us at the halfway mark. And if you look at where Saturn is right now, he is fucking square to both the nodes. He's catching us at the halfway mark and saying, bitch. Want to look at that again? You do. This is like Saturn has been worse. Okay. Sometimes daddy walks in the room and pulls out the fucking belt. But this wasn't it. This was come here, son. Let's have a talk. Did you you recognize this? Don't lie, because that's going to fuck you up. And that's when you feel shame, because, oh, yeah, I recognize it. And I know I wasn't supposed to do it. How you feel about that? How you think I feel about that? And now you're starting to understand a little bit better of how shame can actually be a good thing, because it's an acknowledgement inside of ourselves, because shame is an internal thing. It's an acknowledgement inside of ourselves that we didn't do the best we could. We know it. When you feel fucking shame, you know you didn't do the best you could. You know it. You know it. You know it. If it's somebody trying to impose shame on you, 10 to 1, and you don't actually feel shame, you feel anger. You feel rage. But if you feel the actual shame, on some level, you could have done better. And so ultimately, it's like, do better. That's the check-in with Saturn and the nodes. Do better. Right? And the way that you do better is not by not messing up. The way that you do better is by getting the shit done. And messing up is a part of that. But nobody's going to shame you for messing up. Not universally. Not in the cosmos. Right? The shame you feel was in those parts where messing up would have taught you more than backing down. And so, do better. And we can. And that's the exciting part about this time. We actually can do better. We actually have the opportunity to be enlightened and realize and then actually put it into action. Even if we make a fool of ourselves. It's just so much better to get out the door with mud on your face than it is to stay in your safety zone. It's not where we're supposed to be right now. But we've got work to do. That came out immediately. You got work to do. This is Saturnian energy. This Capricorn, you got work to do. Better get that shit done. Right? And a part of how Saturn will remind you that you got work to do is you may start seeing people ahead of you get the things you want. And that's a reminder to make your ass hungry. That's a reminder to make you realize, somebody's getting it done. Could have been you. It's real. There are people just like you are. You can find a million reasons. Oh, their parents treated them better, or they didn't have this bad relationship. I guarantee that those motherfuckers had to go through some shit too. Please, everybody goes through some shit. Everybody goes through some shit. I guarantee. It just doesn't smell as bad because it's not in your house. It's in theirs. Right? Everybody's hardships seem easy when you're looking at it, when you're not going through it. Like, try one of these exercises. This is a good example. Try one of these exercises that I got going on, right? They look easy. And then you try them and you realize, oh shit, it's only easy when somebody else is doing it. Yup. And that's what we actually back away from, right? the wobble and the misstep and the looking like a fool and not being able to do it right. Oh, it's just not that easy. Well, it wasn't for them at first either. It wasn't for them at first either. This is what faith is for. Faith is your greatest investment. Faith, integrity, and compassion, especially for yourself. Those three things are going to win the day for the next couple of weeks, actually for your whole life, but especially for the next couple of weeks. I want to say thank you so much for joining me, guys. I love you so much. Like, I love you like crazy. And I hope you have a very wonderful day. I'll be on here tomorrow, probably around the same time. And yeah, I'll talk to you then. Bye, guys.